I just want the record to show that I have all my nails bling blinging. I come back. Follow me, host. Not playing. Shout out to Amanda. Let's go. Hey, friends. So, last time we talked in the intro video, I told you guys I had kind of dealt with this letdown thing at work that triggered my depression. And I made a mental note to get back to it. So, let's get into it. So, I've been working in my position, or the current company I'm with, for like 4 years now, and the same person that interviewed me ended up being my manager. So she and I had grown, she recently retired, but had grown to be like this, like girl. So I was very transparent with her. I felt safe with her. I knew I could trust her. That being said, once I'd kind of grown tired, bored with my new role, or excuse me, my current role, she's like, hey, well, what's next? What do you want to do? And I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I also knew what I didn't want to do. Make sense? That makes sense, right? So anyway, I've always been kind of tech savvy. I've always wondered what makes things work. How does this work? What causes this to do this? When I press this button, what triggers it to go here? Lord, excuse me. But if this button doesn't do what it's supposed to do, why? I need to know why it doesn't do it. Because you told me this button does this, so why doesn't it do what it's supposed to do? Why do I have to go and do that? Anyway, all that to say, information technology. So I was naturally interested. Like, I bet. I see it is. I'm very inquisitive. That's what they make everything. They make everything work, right? But I didn't necessarily want to be the one that made it work. I want to be the one to say, hey, this is broke. And this is causing us to struggle in the business end. So can you fix it? Please? Pretty please? Right now, today. So I was interested more so in like a business analyst role, which basically plays the liaison. They act as a liaison between what the business needs, and they just convey the information to the IT department. You know, but it's two completely different languages, guys. I lie to you not. It's two completely different languages. Like, you have your, what people call it when you say something crazy, like standard English, standard terminology, basic terminology. I don't know. I ain't no English major, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. So it's like you have your regular way of talking to people. Let's do that. And then you have this world of IT that has a whole new lingo. Like, I really just can't I can't simplify no more than that. Like, it's just a whole new world over there, y'all. Anywho, so yeah, walked into work, and my boss basically was like, hey, she shot me an email basically saying like, there's this great opportunity coming up. Is for full stack developers, which is basically where you do your HTML and your CSS. Like, you legit build the entire website. You build it in your HTML, and then your cascade style sheets. Can we talk? You build it up in your basic HTML or whatever, and then that's just your markup. Like, you literally make the header, you make the title, you make that holds the actual content that's on the page, what you're reading, what you're looking at. And then you have your CSS, which is your cascade style sheets, which is where you just basically make it pretty. So it's like a front end, back end, you're just a full stack developer. You build an entire website, really. So yeah, that's what it was. And I don't know why whenever I would hear the word coder, developer, I just felt like there was a lot of math involved. So I would naturally just kind of be like scared, because I'm a reader, okay? Reading comprehension, I get it, all right? I can read it, test me on it, I got you. But if you put some numbers in my face and calculate it, like, I really don't even know why we're here. I just kind of dance for y'all, that's it. That's really how I feel about that. So yeah, anywho, so that was the opportunity though. Like, you would learn how to be a full stack developer for free, within the company that I work for. So I'm still like, like I said before, I'm very optimistic. So I'm like, all right, let's just try it. Worst case scenario, there's no worst case scenario. You're going to just get it. Right? It's about that. All right. So I went to the interest meeting, guys. And although, it was a lot of information, it was still very interesting, where it's like, this is going to be challenging, but I accept the challenge. I'm excited about the challenge. I want to face this and see, what's what. Can I do this? I feel like I can. 85% of me feels like I can. But again, that good old optimism, boy. Anywho, so yeah, in the meeting, there were a lot of familiar faces, even if I didn't know their name, what they did, where they were, who they were, excuse me. I'd seen their face before, enough to where I could network my behind off. Okay, one thing I do love about myself, which I do want everybody to take a fun fact about themselves. A quick sidebar: if you can take a fun fact about yourself and tell me exactly what that is in the comments, I would really love it, because I want to know you just like I want you to know me. It's a world of transparency around here. What's your favorite thing about yourself? Anywho, but yeah, one of my favorite things about myself is that even when I'm nervous or shy, that Leo, my pride, just won't let you know that I'm having a moment of self-doubt, or where I don't feel like a lioness. So, poker face. I networked my behind off. They were speaking about things I had no idea what they were talking about, guys. But I'm like, all right, oh yeah. I can talk to anybody, like, for real. Most people. A lot of people. A good bit of people. But anywho, yeah, so like I network my behind off, and I really want you guys to know, if nothing else, learn how to network. Learn how to talk to people, even if you don't even really like care 2 cents about what they're talking about. Learn how to sell it, because that could honestly be your ticket to the next step, or to the next person that you need. That's the quick word for somebody out there. You never know. Anywho, so yeah, network my behind off, guys. Went back to my desk. I did the pre-screening. I mean, like I said before, my boss sent me the email saying, hey, look at this, check this out. So part of the pre-screening was to make sure that your boss signed off on it. Duh. So yeah, got that part taken care of. On to the next stage we go. We did like these little web challenges where we had to basically learn basic parts of building a website. I'll say that. Putting in images, building up your content, doing a little bit of styling, arranging, the formatting, I guess to say. We did like the 3 of those, and we had to build our own website. 3 websites, excuse me, after we acquired that knowledge. My favorite part about that was the fact that I could learn I had hands-on practice. I could do it as I'm learning it, which is my style of learning. I'm naturally not a remote learner. Like, my attention span requires me to be sitting right there looking dead in your face. So for me to even do it remotely, I was like, okay, this is something I really like, because it's really challenging and it's drawing my attention, and I get to practice right away. I want y'all to remember that. I got to practice right away for the basics. So yeah, turned in my 3 websites, good to go. Let's wait. A few weeks passed. I hear back, hey, great, thanks for turning in the websites. You are good to go into the pre-work. This was like 40 to 60 hours, I believe. I know for a fact it was 2 months of time to learn even a bit more in-depth detail about coding, what systems you would use, how you would use it. And you did this all on your own time, off the clock. This is for the free. We're learning for free. We got this great website that's giving me like school, classroom material, at home. So cool. I don't mind doing it on my own time. I can sacrifice my free time for that. That's a great sacrifice. That's an investment, if anything, right? Cool. So went through that or whatever. I think it was like week 6 out of 8, we had to do a test. I took the test the first time. I got an 84. I took that test again, y'all. That girl got an 88. I only got one question. One more question, but I don't care. I did that. I don't care. I don't care. I did that. Period. So, after that, I finished like the last 2 weeks. I finished it like a few days early before our cutoff date or whatever. And we had the interview, right? So I did my interview. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I dropped my balls. I don't have those, but I dropped my pearls. Period. Okay? I did that interview, and that's like one of my best interviews. I will honestly state it was. So, anywho, quick sidebar, I am a very spiritual person. I'm not like deeply religious, but I'm very spiritual. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, but I also believe that he put so many elements around us that contribute to our well-being. And yeah, I don't really know how else to say it, but it's more than one way to skin a cat. Like, you know? What I really just try to tell y'all is I don't get like psychic readings or palm readings or anything like that. But I have had tarot readings before, and I use my discernment though. I don't go to any and everybody. I've only had them done by 2 people. One thing that I've learned about my ancestry from my mom is that she don't agree with them. Let's start there. But my grandmother, Mary, she's Indian. She's Catawba Indian. God bless her soul. I told y'all a little bit about her in the last video. But her mom's mom, Grandma Betsy, I never got to meet her, but my mom be calling her a root worker, but she wasn't no root worker. She just dibbled and dabbled it a little bit. You know, she was just a little inquisitive person, I suppose. But yeah, so she I guess I got inherited some of my, I don't know, I'm gonna say spiritual remedies from her. So all in all, I got a reading from my girl, and she was like, you know, hey, I don't know if you're like doing interviews or if you're trying to find a new job somewhere or what it is, but you've shown some of your personality career-wise, and they're super interested in you. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I do know that you're going to have some good news. Good news is coming your way. Finally got a piece of the pie. That's what the card was called. It was finally got a piece of the pie. Right? Dope. Speaking of the pie, let's just take a moment to let y'all know that the full stack developer in Charlotte, North Carolina goes anywhere from at like 65K, but you can go to like 108,000. Okay? And when I say up to, it's really just you leveling up from that to being like a senior developer. Like, Alexa, play F up some comments by Future, please, because the people they just got to understand. This is what we was looking at, y'all, okay? Potentially looking at. I was excited about that, and I finally heard back about the position, and the lady called. She's like, hey, oh my goodness, I fell in love with your personality. I thought you were so strong. We have great hopes for you, great expectations of you, high expectations of you. Don't know what the fuck for, because baby girl, yeah. Anywho, so yeah, you know, I basically set the bar super high at that interview. Water, please. And yeah, I got, you know, I was able to progress to the final level, which was the 5 to 6 months of learning coding, basically. But within that time span, you had 3 weeks of a grace period to where you have this 3rd week, you get your final project, and you either get an 80 and move forward, or you don't get an 80 and you go back to what you were doing initially. So, in the course of these 3 weeks, guys, of course, as with any new position, you're going to run into system issues. You have access issues. You have problems that, you know, this person's able to get in and this person cannot. In the course, when it comes to getting that hands-on practice, for me, that is super detrimental. While I understand that these things happen, I need them to not happen for my own, you know, for personal reasons. You know? So anywho, but these things happen again. So I didn't really get the hands-on practice I wanted in certain systems. Some people were kind of familiar with the IT program. Some have dabbled and dabbled before. So I'm already like, oh my goodness, y'all, the cards are stacked against me. Like, are y'all sure that something good is supposed, are you sure this is my seat to have? And then they started talking numbers, bro. And it was like over 100 people expressed interest alone in this program. And then I think like 99 or something did like the challenges, the first 3 challenges we did. About 66 started the pre-work, which is where we're doing those 40 to 60 hours. They did like 44 interviews and 13 of us got accepted into the program. So it's like, Danica, you were supposed to be here. Regardless of how this plays out, you earned your seat. And regardless of how much they know, how much you don't know, whatever y'all have or do not have in common, own your shit. Period. You worry about you. And that's what I did. I probably should have asked for more help from them though. Long story short, guys, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like, we had this project where you had to build your own web page or whatever with like your home page, log in, register, about, and your interactive page. The interactive page is basically where like you would put a table or some type of survey, some type of information that had to be, some type of chart that had to be completed. Guys, you know, I'm so all about self-love and love of others. So I'm like, okay, I can make this my own. And I guess my interactive page, I'll make it like a survey or, you know, how you feeling. Based off how you're feeling, there is this chart at the bottom, which gives you natural remedies to, like, you know, oils and things that you can take. You know, based off the information that you put in the chart, based off of your result from the survey, you would know how many of those oils you needed to order, or you could order whichever oil benefited you, whether you were dealing with anxiety, whether you were dealing with depression, whether you were dealing with just lack of energy, whatever it is, or even if you just needed some natural calming oils to be proactive. But basically, you could submit an order through there. Y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. It took me like 2 days just for the homepage by itself. Like, sometimes you really just have to laugh, because what else can you do? Not because I didn't know what I wanted to put on there, but like, I had this carousel image in my head. Y'all know the carousel? Like, you know, if you go to a webpage and you see the pictures scrolling at the top, formatting those pictures was a pain. It was a pain. It took a way more time than I planned for it to do. So I'm already 2 days down out of 5. And I haven't even got to the main page that I really, really, really need to wow these people, which was my interactive page. So I went through the home page, went through the login, went through the registration, did the about page. And what ticked me off, what made me upset with myself more than anything, honestly, is I had a slight little meeting with my manager at the time, not the one that I've been with, like the manager that was in the IT department, or learning of it, shall I say. And it's like, you know, how are you feeling? You know, what do you think? Da, da, da. She's like, what I want you to do, you know, is give yourself some grace. Give yourself a break. I don't want to see you logged on all night. I want you to log off at 5 o'clock, come back in tomorrow, pick it up from there. I had no intentions of logging off at 5, but I'm like, okay, my manager told me to log off at 5. I should log off at 5. In hindsight, maybe she was like, girl, you still ain't even got the main page I need you to build yet, so don't even worry about it. What they say, go ahead and log out for me? Yeah, that's what I feel like in hindsight. That's really uncomfortable to admit, but here we are. Transparency, right? Okay, continue. So yeah, so I logged off, and then I went back, you know, that Friday morning, which was the day. I mean, we had to turn in projects by 5 o'clock that day. So I log in. I'm like, all right, bet. Let me knock out this page. I have 8 hours that are die. In the world of IT, I just really want y'all to know that 8 hours is not long enough. It's not. I don't care. I don't care. It ain't. So anywho, apparently it was for some others. But I think I really just should have chosen another topic, but that's a whole nother subject, so whatever. The 8 hours, I did not get to, I ran through so many glitches and so forth. And I ain't even lying, y'all, like, to save face. Like, I really was fucking shit up. Because honestly, you could be off one character and it will mess up your entire page. That's how sensitive it is. So when I say I'm effing it up, it's like, not like, oh, you just wrecking everything up. No, I'm literally like, dang, I can't find this error. I can't find it. And I don't know where, like, I don't know. I don't even know. By the time I found it, 4 hours have passed. I don't have my survey. I don't have my chart. I don't have any table for you guys to look at. I don't have any interaction on this interactive page. So let's just go ahead and skip to Malou on right on past there. And out of the 80, guys, I got a 71. And buzzkill. So I knew what to sign up for. Like I said to begin with, you know, I knew you had 3 weeks. If you don't get that 80, you go back to doing what you were doing. And I guess for me, I'm like that person, like, you gotta tell me I can't do something before I say, I bet I'm gonna quit. I ain't gonna do it. If I really want to do it, you know? So I talked to the manager, you know, and she's like, you know, how you feeling? Da-da-da. Girl, like, just keep me out because I already know what's coming. Like, let's just get this over with. Let's just be done, you know? But it was like a mutual breakup. That's how I just keep telling myself, like, you know, well, I can't risk not having my job security, and I didn't get an 80, so let's just break up. I don't care. I don't care. It works for me. So yeah, guys. So, I mean, me being myself, though, I pushed through. I hit my dad up. I hit my family up. And I'm like, hey, didn't work out. Time out. I forgot to tell y'all. At the time, the 3 weeks when I first heard back about me continuing to the next step, you know, prior to the actual projects, there was this mass email that went out to everybody in my department basically saying, like, oh, Danika's going to go to IT. She's done this. She's done that. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, who authorized this? Ain't nobody told me nothing around here. Why would y'all just go and do this? Like, you know, I did not approve. This is very ghetto. Embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. So imagine everybody knows your business and they're thinking like you're going to the next place. Like, it's IT, everybody. Like, you're going to IT. It's information technology. There's a black lady going to IT. So anywho, yeah, embarrassing. So that whole ordeal was like, not only do I have to deal with how I feel, you know, but I have to go and tell my family, like, hey, that thing where I was excited about trying, the thing I kept telling you guys that I had to pull through for us to get to this next step, to get to where I want all of us, you know, where I'm able to invest in everybody, including myself, it's not happening. That's awkward for me to do in my own safe place with my family, you know, my close friends that actually knew or whatever. But then to turn around, it's like, gosh, now I have to go back to talking to these people as part of my daily routine in my current position. And it's like, they gonna be in my business. Oh, I thought you were going to IT. Oh, I thought you went to another position. Like, I thought you were minding my business. I don't like that. Don't do that. So yeah, that did not help my healing process at all. I went to the bar. I got poop faced. Me, my dad, my friend, one of my friends, and then one of my cousins, one of my favorite cousins, came up there with us. And, you know, it just felt good to be around my family, but it's still like in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, I was really excited about this. I really tried. And honestly, I felt like it was more than just me, guys. It was me going to another position. Like, it was me breaking a barrier, basically. There aren't many people in that department that look like us. You know what? You more so speak to. Yeah, it is not a lot of people that look like us in IT. Not only that, but like, it was like being a breadwinner for my family, the generations to follow, generations to come. It was having fun while working and not just working, you know, like being challenged by something, having something that's like, hey, watch this, look at what I did today. Like, I could look at something and say, I did that. I sat here and I made this, you know? So it was a buzzkill. It was such a buzzkill. I was like, single moms, single black moms. You got a daughter, you got a son. You about to look, what? Like, it was bigger than me. My win was gonna be a lot of wins for a lot of people. You know, starting within my family. Yeah, it was just bigger than me. It was bigger than me. So I felt like I not only had to deal with me being let down, like me letting myself down, but also me letting everybody else down. Me having to say, gosh, I really had high hopes for us. And that's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. But one thing I did realize is, granted, it was challenging. Granted, you would feel good to know that you did that. Is that what you really wanted to do, or were you just looking at the benefits that would come from you doing it? Sometimes we get so caught up in every pro that we don't really think, like, am I going to be happy? Am I going to be happy? I mean, I would assume that, you know, you added 2 more commas. Yeah, I'm going to be ecstatic. Oh, wait, not 2. You added another comma. I ain't that damn broke now. Hold on. Do your mathematics. I told y'all I ain't a mathematician. I can only do simple mathematics. Okay? But yeah, I mean, you add another comma, I'll be bored as hell. I don't got to be happy at work. But no, for real. It's like, it was a weight. It was really a weight. But one thing I learned from that was it is okay to feel how you feel and take time for you. Everybody has their own life to live. Everybody has the same 24 hours that you have. And although you feel compelled and called, you know, that it's your duty to make a difference in your family, you also cannot pour from an empty cup. So you have to be strategic about how you approach things. I did that just now. I really did. I did that for real. I did that. But no, like, you really do, man. And it's okay. Guys, it is so okay to not feel strong. I mean, not all the time. Like, don't just be walking around weak and stuff, but take the time to deal with you. Take care of yourself. How do you make a page about self-love and self-care and all these remedies that people can try, and you can't even take in what you're dishing out, you know? Make sure that you are okay. I can't express that enough, because at the end of the day, you only have you. You have so many titles. You have mommy, sister, cousin, brother, uncle, father, nephews. I don't know. But you have to lay down and wake up in your body. And you cannot answer any of those calls if you are not okay for yourself. So I actually had to go through something that actually knocked me off my optimism, that literally put me in my bed. My mom would call me, I'm in the bed, lights off. I mean, my children, we ate DoorDash. I don't know. I probably spent at least $400 alone on DoorDash. I just could not get out the bed. You know, yes, I will take showers, but I ain't gonna lie, my room was not clean. It had clothes everywhere. I was not logging into work. I just literally got knocked down, and I had to really regroup. And that was tough, but I learned a lot about myself that I didn't even know. So how can you help somebody get through what they're going through if you ain't been through it? You can't just be giving people hypothetical situations and advice, you know, if you ain't ever, you know, I can't tell you how to get out of a fire I ain't been in. Hello, somebody. So yeah, there's my take. That's my story, guys. If you had a story, or if you have a story, a time that you dealt with depression, or that you dealt with a major letdown, you have some tips on how you worked your way out of it, what you got from it. If you just want to share the story itself, maybe somebody is facing that same exact thing that you're going through, or you went through, it can either meet you halfway or can help you figure your way out. This is a community. We don't just give and we don't just take. We give and take. This is 50-50, So leave the story below. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it, and let's share. Let's spread love, guys. Love, light, healing. Let's do it. And you already know, I can't wait, because I'm going to be back, and we're going to go even deeper, whether it's about me, whether it's about you, whether it's about other things I said we will discuss. Nah, but let's get into it. Let's drop it. Share in the comments below. And as always, buckle your seatbelts, because you are now tuned in to Miss Parker TV. Period. So that's it. This time I was going to be a developer. I am still a customer service No, that's not what I am. I'm not customer service rep. I'm not a customer service rep. I can't even get it out. So let's try again. I am not a customer service representative. I am a customer relationship specialist. Yes, a customer relationship specialist. Bougie, baby. Period. Talk to me, don't talk to me. Follow me, but don't follow me, baby. I said what I said, and I meant that. Yeah, like that. Just like that. Yeah. I don't make 6 figures. No, not yet. We got to take another avenue.